Hi, I am Jan and I am tasked for the diagram. A 4-band color code resistor has 3 color bands on left side and 1 color band on right side. The first color band in the resistor indicates the first significant value or the first digital of the resistor's resistance. And the second color band indicates second significant value or the second digit of the resistor's resistance. The third color band is the decimal multiplier, and the fourth color band indicates the resistor's tolerance. The first and second color bands together make up a 2-digit number, and the third color band or multiplier is multiplied with this 2-digit number to obtain the resistance value of the resistor.
I am Erica May Tijare and I am tasked to do the procedure. This lab experiment aims to determine the value of resistance of a fixed resistor using the color coding technique. The experiment will be needing 5 pieces of fixed resistor and will be using 4 bands of color coding technique to check the resistors. Each band has a purpose in identifying the value of the fixed resistor. The first 2 bands is for the resistance value. The third band is the multiplier and the fourth band is for the tolerance. To identify the value of the resistor, identify the color and the associated numbers for the first 2 bands and put the first 2 digits side by side to form a 2-digit number. Multiply the 2-digit number by the given multiplier from the third band. Then, to figure out how far off from the nominal value the actual resistance could be, look at the fourth band on a standard resistor. Refer to the preceding figure for the color code for the tolerance of a resistor. Get the value for the percentage of the tolerance, then add and subtract it to the value of the fixed resistor. The data gathered will be recorded in the given table and it will be discussed, observed, and analyzed.
I am John Matthew Calvo and was tasked to do the table. The first resistor has a color code of orange, white, orange, gold. The value of the fixed resistor is 39,000 with 5% tolerance. It has a minimum resistance of 37,050 and a maximum resistance of 40,950. The second resistor has a color code of red, purple, brown, gold. The value of the fixed resistor is 270 with 5% tolerance. It has a minimum resistance of 256.5 and a maximum resistance of 283.5. The third resistor has a color code of yellow, purple, red, gold. The value of the fixed resistor is 4,700 with 5% tolerance. It has a minimum resistance of 4,465 and a maximum resistance of 4,935. The fourth resistor has a color code of orange, 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 gold. The value of the fixed resistor is 33,000 with 5% tolerance. It has a minimum resistance of 31,350 and a maximum resistance of 34,650. The fifth resistor has a color code of brown, black, red, gold. The value of the fixed resistor is 1,000 with 5% tolerance. It has minimum resistance of 950 and a maximum resistance of 1,050.
I am Janiela Marie Castaño and I will do the computations.
Resistor 1 has a resistance of 39,000 ohm with 5% tolerance, which gives it a minimum resistance of 37,050 ohm and a maximum resistance of 40,950 ohm. Resistor 2 has a resistance of 270 ohm with 5% tolerance, which gives it a minimum resistance of 256.5 ohm and a maximum resistance of 283.5 ohm. Resistor 3 has a resistance of 4,700 ohm with 5% tolerance, which gives it a minimum resistance of 4,465 ohm and a maximum resistance of 4,935 ohm. Resistor 4 has a resistance of 33,000 ohm with 5% tolerance, which gives it a minimum resistance of 31,350 ohm and a maximum resistance of 34,650 ohm. Resistor 5 has a resistance of 1,000 ohm with 5% tolerance, which gives it a minimum resistance of 950 ohm and a maximum resistance of 1,050 ohm.
I'm Dean Brain Conseo of the Einstein Lab Group 40, and I will present to you our discussion. Fixed resistors are the resistors whose resistance does not change with a change in voltage or temperature. Fixed resistors are available in various shapes and sizes. Fixed resistors are by far the most widely used type of resistor. They are used in electronic circuit to set the right condition in a circuit. Their values are determined during the design phase of the circuit, and they should never need to be changed to adjust the circuit. Resistance is a measure of opposition to the flow of an electrical circuit. The higher the resistance, the lower the current flow. The lower the resistance, the higher the current flow. Many components such as heating elements and resistors have a fixed resistance value. When a tolerance is indicated and measured resistance value should be within the specified resistance range. Any significant change in fixed resistance values usually indicates a problem. The electronic color code is used to indicate the values or rating of the electronic components, very commonly the resistors but also capacitors, inductors, and others. Standard resistors have 4 color bands. 3 of the bands tell you nominal value, which means the value of the resistor was designed to have. The fourth band tells the tolerance of the resistor, which indicates how far of the nominal value of the actual resistance could be. The electronic color code is used to indicate the values of ratings of the electrical components, very commonly for resistors but also capacitors, inductors, and others.
I'm Timothy Alicakaso and was tasked to do the observation. By doing the laboratory experiment, we observed that the value of the fixed resistors varies from the color of each band and its equivalent value. The resistor with the highest value has an orange third band, which is a higher multiplier of 1000 than the other colors of the third band and other resistors. If the resistors have the same color in their third band, the resistor which has higher value in its first and second band has the higher resistance. Also, the value of the fixed resistors increases if the bands are in increasing order from brown to white. All the resistors in this experiment has a gold color, which means that they all have a negative, positive 5% tolerance.
I am Max Andre de Ligosa, and I am tasked with making the analysis. From the data we have gathered, depending on the combination of the colors and the number of bands used in the resistor, the value of the fixed resistor in ohm may vary from each resistor as each color has a different value. The higher the value of the multiplier, the higher the resistance. The bigger the tolerance, the lower the minimum, and the higher the maximum value of the fixed resistor. This means that the higher the tolerance, the wider the resistance range.
My name is Ramses Ralph Dalisa and I was tasked to do the conclusion. This laboratory experiment aimed to determine the value of resistance of a fixed resistor using the color coding technique. After conducting the experiment, the findings indicate that the experiment's goal was met. Based on the information provided in this experiment, we can conclude that all bands have a positive effect and the resistance value when only the positive tolerance is taken into account. The value of fixed resistor is determined by the color of each band and its equal value. In a 4-band resistor, the third band greatly affects the value of resistance of a resistor. Then the first band, the second band, and the fourth band will follow.